Hey, it's JC1424 once again with another album review, and today we're going to be talking about the new album from post-grunge / adult contemporary rock band Fuel. The name of this new album is ONOMÅLY. It was released on October 22nd, 2021. I thought this album came out just yesterday, which is why I'm recording this today. But nope, I'm a week late. I've been way later before, who gives a shit anyway? But I discovered Fuel because they had a song in the soundtrack of my favorite game of all time, NASCAR Thunder 2004. The only perfect NASCAR game. Everything else is a shit show. But the name of the song in that game is Quarter. It came from the album Natural Selection, which I hear is a more popular album amongst, Fuel fans have been listening to them all these years. Then there was also the Greatest Hits album my mom had Hemorrhage, which I love that song, as well as Won't Back Down. And I never really caught on to Shimmer that much, but that was one of their really big hits. Anyhow, let's get talking about this new album. Track 1 is Hard, was the lead single, and our first impression of the new singer of this band, John Corsale. He's kind of whiny like the trap guy on his high notes, but is good on the signature gritty style. It's just an electro, post-grunge radio rock song about struggling to move on from shit. You get a lot of those. I really never cared for it much, but the tune and hook oddly grew on me quite a bit.
Staring at a photograph of everything we used to have, memories of long ago. How to shake them now, how to shake them now.
And the second single, Don't Say I, is track 2 on here. It's this emotional hard rock ballad about having to give up on someone that you love even though it's not working out anymore. The lyricism really lets me down on this one, but the vocals are rather perfect here. Of course, you get a piano, violin, and guitar solo of agony. It's all good shit, but really should be noted is just how low the chords are from here on out on the album. Track 3, Landslide, is one of those songs that begins and then you're just like, oh my god, where the hell is this going? It goes from sounding like funk to smitten hard rock in a way that I cannot comprehend. The singing patterns in the verses are kinda cool, and the guitar work is a mural of rich tone. But it gets lively while lacking energy, like a lazy country song.
We'll make it this time, if it passes me over now. Count it on the inside, count it on the inside, count it on the inside.
The fourth song on this album is I'm Gone. And what a low dad riff. It's like they're trying to outdo the stank face of Follow You Home by Nickelback. It's even got that twang guitar accompaniment swirling its way through it. Of course, it's driving, but I find what they're going for rather juvenile from the very, very beginning. With a short message about ditching some stuffed up prick. I'll find a new place to play.
Yeah, so I'm gone.
With song number 5, The Only Ones, we get a new metal instrumental and a sick drop. But it's followed by this goofy opening verse. Although every other line in the song is decent. What makes it one of the best songs on the album, in my opinion, is this sheer effort behind the performance. And then you get this sense of ambition along with these rad guitar and bass fills. The 6th track, Keep It Away, is a chord-filled song with drums that finally go over the top. Occasionally the vocals get buried underneath the throttle of the music. Even then, the firm style of it, with even more epic soloing, makes it a real jam. I do find the keep your trauma away from me attitude really fucked up, though. Give is the 7th song on this album, and it's almost a tie to be my favorite of the album. It's just, all these songs kind of start the same, with this light whooshing sound. But this is a very relaxing and satiating moment of the album. John Corsale actually sounds like an angel here. Guitar tone is elegant, and the distorted tremolo throughout is a great touch. It's just therapeutic and about letting your guard down for others to be a part of your life. Track 8, Alive, is one of those dark midlife crisis themed kind of songs. And the amount of Guns N' Roses-esque lead guitar makes this feel like both hard rock and hair metal. And then you just can't get away from John Corsale emulating Brett Scallions. Rather well, actually. Not only that, but the really low chord of the riffs, just as done on many other songs. Four Walls is the 9th song on this album. It should have been the 4th song, to be honest. But it's both about being a loner and having lost someone that you've not moved on from. The chorus is alright with elongated and reverbed vocals, but I don't feel as good about the verses. The percussion comes through in a nice drilling way without any chords behind it, but there is a constant lead guitar line in the background that just gradually fucking kills me.
Till I realized you ain't ever coming home.
On track 10, See Your Eyes, we got some wordplay here. We got a nitty-gritty post-grunge guitar riff. Overly laid-back vocals, which do get really good with the harmonies later on. And on top of that, a mysterious organ at the ending that is just mesmerizing. And it's an element that does suit this man's enchanted love for some girl's eyes that seem to relieve him of stress.
I get to see your eyes and lose myself inside.
And the final song on the album is track 11, Heaven's Waiting for You. Heaven's Waiting for You. We're really putting numbers and letters in the title. Come on, man. It's not a tag. We're not in. Fuck, whatever. It's a great song to end the album on. Kind of what was popular in the early 2000s. Symphony rock with short, punchy riffs, bells, and a somewhat rapped melody. Evanescence things, you know? What really draws this eerie but lustful sound together is the rounds of singing that are all mixed in at the end within like that final chorus. But my final score for the new album by Fuel, Anomaly, released on October 22nd, 2021, with their new singer, John Corsale, don't forget him, is a 78%. A low C. C minus. I think what really hurts this album the most for me is, well, it gets dull and, they keep on going for this like really low chorded riffs where they're strumming all the strings and getting all that bass in there every freaking time. And some of it, I hate to say it, sounds kind of outdated for what they're going for. Some of my favorite music is, from that era, but them trying to do it now, it just isn't working out. I think I was saying some of the same things about POD's recent album, like 2018. And then, in some cases, they're just trying things that don't work, period, that was never tried by Fuel previously. But, everything was either okay or good. I would say there was a couple great songs, like Heaven's Waiting for You. That was a great song. It wasn't perfect or anything, but I think it was great. And then I was surprised to say that Give is also one of my favorite songs on the album next to Heaven's Waiting for You. To be honest, I thought whenever I saw the title, Heaven's Waiting for You, was going to be extremely cheesy, because of the title, but would still be like a soft song, way softer than Give. But Give was, like the least aggressive track on the album. It was so freaking relaxing. So I definitely recommend those two. And the first couple tracks on the album, the singles, because those are definitely worth coming back to at any time. Even though the singing, it's hard to really catch on to. You gotta let it grow on you. Thanks for watching this album review of the new Fuel album with their new singer. See you next time. That's that. And album review over.